everybody, and welcome back to the stream. Um, yes, I was gone for a whole 15 minutes, and it's time to put this bit. I just have to finish one thing. All right, we will be continuing tonight with. Yeah. Where's my game? There we go. The Outer Worlds. We're finally going to be finishing it. Root, root. How do I clear my chat? Guess I don't. Unless I do this. Alright. Well, this is that. So, boom. There we go. Sorry for that. So last we were about, I think it was the second to last mission that we were at. So I'm hoping that I can finish it tonight. I don't know if I will, but I do hope that I can. Alright. I want to give a shout out to everyone that just finished watching my there we go, my podcast. Hope that you guys had fun watching it. What up?
Where are we headed?
So what is the mission? Kept secret but not forgotten. Return to Phineas' Wells' lab. With the Hope now orbiting Terra 2, return to Phineas' lab to speak about the next steps. I have a feeling this is not going to be a good thing. You know what I mean? I already went through here. Alright.
I find myself glad to have no olfactory system.
That does it. I'm never ever getting in one of those pods.
I guess I never came here. Okay. much money do I have? Angry Gorilla, thank you for the host. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is useless. That's fine. Alright, old log entry. I don't know what in the void just happened, so I'm writing it down in case I'm going insane. Pulled a guy out of a pad and his arm got all clammy, rubbery almost. I poked at it for a bit and it started to fucking liquefy, like it was made of water. Stuffed him back in quick as I could, but the rest of him ain't in a good way. Don't think he'll make it. This better not be a fucking trend, or after all this, we're gonna starve anyway. Frank. Ooh. A piece of candy. Ooh. A piece of candy. Ooh. A piece of candy. Alright. Oh, what's this? Key card? Come on. There we go. I went through here already. I went through here. Wait a minute. I didn't go the right way. Yeah, so that's the way. Tick tock, pidika prock, pichka pichka pichka. Sure. It sounds like a Star Wars sound. Like a stormtrooper or something. Not a stormtrooper. That's stupid. That is very stupid of me to say. Not a stormtrooper. But an X-Wing or whatever. I don't know why I said stormtrooper. That is not what my intent was. Alright. Let's go to Phineas's lab. Boom. Bada. I did not say this during my podcast, and I apologize, but I wanted to say thank you to Mike7A for the follow. You followed off stream, and I thank you very much. Glad that you were able to find my channel, and you like the content to follow. So, thank you so much.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells. The transmission is... Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance?
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
See you soon, Cap.
Alright, let's get some action in.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself?
Sure.
Or would you like to do the honors?
I'm just gonna head out here. Just gonna head a little bit outside. I hope he doesn't betray me. Dude, that would suck. And it seems eerily quiet. So I have a feeling that...
We made it!
That wasn't bad firepower. Jeez. It sounded like this place was fucking exploding before. This does not sound good at all. Oh, fuck off. Last Will and Testament. So I need a hacking of how much? 90. What is my hacking like? 85. Fuck off. So they busted in here. I hope they didn't fucking kill him. That'd be that would be fucking sucky. Universal Defense Logistics official arrest receipt. As per official arrest protocol outlined in Defense Logistic Incarceration Document A43.21-6, the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official Halcyon court at the appointed date and time with his paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their name. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the rescheduling of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur additional fees. Halcyon Court is not responsible for missed appointments that are a consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high-security containment location. Please note that this is the only copy of this receipt that you will receive, and that it is your responsibility to have it with you when you appear for your registration session. Reminder, by ladder. Well, that's useful. Reminder, seals leak. Never use this pod. Okay. Why didn't I find these things before? There's nothing there. Alright. Fuck, I just need something to give me an XP. Just a little something. Hibernation chamber. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them. If you are seeing this screen, I, Phineas V. Wells, has been perniciously kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the perfidious Jesus Christ, sorry I can't talk. And cowardly government of Halcyon in the prison fortress of Tartarus. If I have not already been executed for charges leveled against me, I hope the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work, or rescue me, preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and my belongings to icy depths of the ether. If this is Corporate Gamer, I've prepared an emergency care package located in a hidden panel. Unlock the panel from my terminal and claim its contents immediately. First entry. The Hope made it to Halcyon after all, 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with the entire ship full of frozen colonists, so naturally they're going to leave them there. Corporate tells us revival is impossible. They've tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Balderdash. Cellular regeneration after long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm quite confident I can find a way to revive the Hope's colonists, if only Corporate would authorize my request. Frankly, I don't see why I need the permission of any employers to conduct experiments in the name of scientific advancement. What nonsense! Did Newton beg permission from his employers before discovering the 3 laws of motion? Genius is not beholden to the vicissitudes of bureaucracy. Besides, the Hope has a cargo of hundreds of thousands of colonists. The board practically expects a few to go missing. Second entry. 113 seconds. New record. Most of my subjects last 93 seconds on average before total cellular liquefaction reduces them to several gallons of organic soup, 3 degrees above the freezing temperature. 113 seconds of screaming. This subject was stronger than the others, but in the end his body failed to survive the revival process. He was my 12th subject to die. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Strictly speaking, I do know the Hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists. I've only experimented on 12. How many more experiments before I successfully revive a single subject? 1, 10, 100, 500? Statistically insignificant. If I experimented on one subject every month, I would not make a dent in the Hope's population in a lifetime. Can still hear the screaming, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating. Psychological toll significant. On to subject number 13. Final entry. I always suspected this would happen. The board finally discovered what I've done and sent their headquarters to track me down, but they'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. I am. I regret what I've done. But I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging the board's forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They're the only people who can set things right, and I'm going to find a way to revive them, no matter how long I have to stay in hiding. I've got my notes with me. I have my equipment, and now I have this lab. It's time I returned to my work. Where's the...
You gotta teach me that.
That's a nice view. A brave new world. Do 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 do. Reminder: do not tap on glass. Seals loose. Oh, there's nothing there. All right. Save game. Anytime now. You can do it. Alright. Is there anything here? No. I'm gonna hit level 31 for sure. Maybe I'll tap out a 32 max, and that's the absolute max. Alright. Oh boy. Tartarus. I gotta go to Tartarus. I don't even know what Tartarus is. Tartarus. There's parts on the map I didn't even freaking visit yet. So I don't know how you're supposed to unlock them. But anyways.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Felix keeps asking me to watch some adventure serial with him. It's not my thing, but he's real sweet about it.
Haven't seen the Vicar since the fucking beginning. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Assault rifle. Okay. Let's repair everything before I go. Alright, breakdown. So, yes. Spacer's choice. No. The fuck? I got some pots. That's good. That's actually pretty nice. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to do. Modify is this one. That's not what I want. Okay, anyways. Let's save that.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Well, folks, I ain't exactly keen on busting into a prison, but riddling bored stooges with bullets does sound like a ride and a half.
Mr. Phineas is just about the only person with power trying to do any kind of good in Halcyon. We gotta bust him out.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
We can't abandon Phineas. We have to free him if we've any hope of saving the colony. What's so bad about the labyrinth?
Ornery board goons and one-ply toilet paper for starters. But I hear their brainwashing program's state-of-the-art, so I guess you get used to it. But since no one ever makes it out, this is all just speculation.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
We'll go eventually, but we better prepare. I don't know where else I would prepare. Crew, what do you think about all this?
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane, but maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous, and I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
We're doing it. Everyone strap on. Or strap in? I don't know why I said strap on.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Proof that crime pays in monthly installments unlocks the perk Beyond the Grave for Ellie. Scissors for gauze, scalpels and wounds, and handheld laser wounds, flawless complexion. This is my dartboard. Vulnerable spots are extra points. Oh, that's where you should put the medallions. Nice. Nyoka has scrawled the name Frida into the otherwise pristinely preserved Raptidon head. That's scary. There's a bit of glitching there, though. Anyways. Guess it's time to go. There's no response from the government unit. The serial number etched on the chassis includes the letter Sam. Oh man, I didn't unlock this guy. Well, I just realized there was that there. So it's really time, isn't it?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Goodbye.
Let's go to my quarters then. If I can remember where it is. Oh yeah, it's here. Sanjar donated these after you helped on a sign. Oh, jeez. Alright, first SAM result. Experimental note 01 or OI695. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale escape heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factor standard part SUD Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news! I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of the Acid Steeper. I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wales wants me to chaperone the person of interest. Details to come later. Do I want to do another side quest? Alright, let's just do it. For fuck's sake. Nope.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Hopefully it's a quick one to fucking get. At least it's sunny. Oh man, I was there already. God fuck. It's not the worst unless it's Barst first. That sounds like a fucking bad pun.
Nice and easy. We're doing this. Nice one.
I've always been okay, woman. Oh man, I got plenty of fucking spots. I got plenty. Okay, where do I shoot this spear? Where do I shoot? There's one. That's fine. Weapon parts are always good. And I shot one person here. So I don't know if I... I don't give a shit about Cha. Alright. The fabulous Fraser brothers of the Hammersmith Thunder. Bow. Ba-da-da-da-da-bow. Yeah, you see, I did all this. Saltuna. Alright, what's the next step? Go back to the ship, install the Steepa, and go woot woot woot. Come on. Alright.
Oh, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain.
Hi, Cap.
Like what I did with the place?
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM? You know what's great about our SAM units? They never need to be told twice.
Welcome to the crew, Sam.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Okay, I don't know what he's doing, but fine. understand. Now it's time. Did I actually just... That was it for the fucking... Wow, what a fucking... Alright. Well, it's time to go. I never went to Hephaestus, so it must have been something that I forgot to do. You are about to assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Si, senor. Would you like to save? Si, senor. This seems like ominous that they give.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Apparently, okay. There's an achievement for just landing on Tartarus. Know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
How long would that take?
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
If you're just going to kill me, why bother with the ticket?
Protocol is important, sir. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance?
Let's continue. I just got the robot. I don't even know what the fuck it does, so I don't even know if it's going to protect me or clean my face.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I reign. Push on, Margot!
That's the last of them!
That was nice. I actually got help. So that means I didn't do this all by myself. Granted, I'm pretty sure that my team could have taken them down, though. What else? Nice. I probably missed some shit. But there was an area where there was like an empty, the door was empty. There was like a locked door. So this is one of them. Oh, that was another place, okay. I don't know if there's a limit on the fucking ammo you can take out. Fuck, just die already. Let's just pick up all the ammo we can. Sure, let's take everything. What? Potato chips? Yeah. Oh shit, it's locked. I look like you know what? I think I topped off so I guess the limit is 30. So I guess you can only limit yourself to 30. That fucking sucks. Oh man. That's not something. Oh, credits, which I'm probably never going to use again, to be quite honest. Alright. So there's nothing here. Or nothing left here anyways. Up here. Nope. Alright.
Used as a prison have for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again. Something on your mind?
Why would I tell you to go shit back to the ship? Seriously. Alright, so I gotta go over there. There's gonna be some fighting in between.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
nobody heard that.
Sublight has arrived. Hey, kid. A little bird told me you could use our help. I said I owed you one, and I always pay my debt. Are we contractors?
Fuck, die already. Damn it. Alright. Okay, let's wait a bit. Let's travel. Fuck. Fuck is everyone? Oh shit, I died. God damn it. I did not expect that. Load game. Should I? Shit. No. Continue. I forgot where I saved last. Shit. Oh, I have to go all the way back here. Oh, fuck off. Shit. Alright. Alright. So, actually, that's why.
Used as a prison have for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Getting in's one thing. just hope we're able to get out again.
Where are we headed?
Yeah, head back to the ship where you...
I can take a hint. Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Alright, let's go.
Sublight has arrived. Hey, kid. A little bird told me you could use our help. I said I owed you one, and I always pay my debts. We're not about to leave our favorite vice president hung out to dry, are we, contractors? Go bust.
What the fuck is he fighting? Not losing my fucking... Not doing this a fucking third time. Just have to go that way. Have to go on top. Okay, there's nothing there. What's in here? Ah, fuck off. Don't really need anything of that other than the beds. ahead, sir. Fuck. I have to find a fucking card. Where are you? There's literally nothing here. And that's sealed. Oh shit. Well, I almost died. There's a ladder. I don't know why I needed this though. Alright. So that's 100. Where's this is which one is the one that I had? 960. There was one that was there. This one. 133. This one is 134. It's about the same. Alright. Well. Let's see what we can tinker with. Tinker. Well, these was that. Alright. Time to... Time to go to the pit. The pit. Not really, but... It is what it is. Body's dead. The fuck? She died twice already. I think I didn't freaking play on Supernova. Now this section is pretty fucking intense, let me tell you. Alright. Let's walk around and see what we can discover. There's really nothing here. Okay. So if I go all the way here... Okay, that's where I have to go. Let's go around. If I need a fucking hacking thing of solitary confinement prisoner manifest, Hague S in pod 1, reason possession of anti-UDL communications and duration 17, out Williams T, or T Williams, in William T Williams, inciting violence in duration 31, out M Black duration 5, and reason random selection. Oh, you didn't even have a reason for him. That's spectacular. Ooh, goodies. Access storage manifest. The next time I find a decomposing woolly cow box in here, I'm leaving it in the air conditioning intake for a week. Alright, continue. In the menthol sulfide canisters. Out. Blah, blah, blah. In, out. Okay. Structural changes needed to accommodate hibernation chambers in the LBR-NTH facility. An analysis from engineers Rodfield, Crane, and Geist. Beginning with the requirement that every chamber receive a constant supply of, at minimum, 34 kilowatts, and that occupants of these chambers be injected with a steady supply of UDL patented Vito hibernation fluid, and this run-on sentence carries on for 12 pages before finally concluding, and thus, in order to maintain structural integrity throughout the area designated the pit, we recommend that chambers are installed in cylindrical fashion around the supporting structure dug into the crust of Tartarus to a maximum depth of... This conclusion ends for another 2 pages. Well, that gave me nothing.
Imagine being locked up in a place like this. Just the weight of all that stone and steel. Ugh, it's making me sick.
So, oh, this is where I came in from. So yeah, I actually went full circle. All right. Well then, if that's the case, what is that? That's a letter. Okay. Stow keys. This is just pick up dark matter bar. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I need to take that. Or do I need to go up? I don't know. I think I need to go up.
Okay, gone quiet.
All right, MSI. I've got one for
nice. Nice. Alright. Not even fucking getting close to picking. Okay, how the fuck do you get on the other side? Alright. Let's go scavenge a little bit. And see where I can go. So that was restricted access. Okay. Well, that's that. Okay, well, that's a random place to fucking put a thing. Okay. Anything here that I can manipulate? Nope. Purple berry juice or shake, whatever. That's it. Okay. That's okay. There is a platform up there, but I don't know how to get there. Well, let's go where we're supposed to go at this point. I don't really care. Oh, there's the... We'll see where it leads. New viewers, hope that you're having a wonderful evening, Friday evening. I disintegrated your ass, bitch. Alright. So if you are watching and you are a new viewer, I think I'm close to the end of this game. At least I'm hoping. I've put about 50 hours in it. So...
Their mistake.
Time to save. Once again, because I don't want to redo this shit again. Alright. I'm hoping I'm getting towards the end. I'm really hoping that it's going to... Oh, weapon parts. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna... Where do I have to go? Psychosis! Thank you for the host. Really appreciate it. That's the only thing there is. Oakley dokley. Well, there wasn't much up there. So I had to come down. And you had to follow me like a stupid idiot. This is where they do the propaganda room. There's nothing here. There is that. Come on. Messages. Cameras. Jim, I'm trying to get straight with Ankande's orders. Only a few things more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about cameras. She says security footage ain't enough. They want proper reels. What's going on? Reply regarding the cameras. She's bringing in a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up too. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's a fine mess down here. Said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush-hush. But I guess the VIP's been on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track them down. Jim, appreciate it. You know her. We miss a check on the list, it's on our heads. You have no idea how tough it was getting a fucking green tarp. Alright, well. I'm scared. It's too fucking quiet.
Don't mess with us.
Alright.
Sanitation and cleanup required.
I knew I missed some stuff. Alright, so now that's done. Time to go up to the ivory tower. Once again, I shall save. And we shall take it from here. I'm saving a shit ton here because I don't want to redo a lot of the sections.
Guess this is it, huh?
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon.
Doomed. Phineas and I are saving the colony. I'm just rooting out corruption, one idiot at a time. What can I say? I like to cause trouble.
Fantastic. The biggest thorn in our side we've ever had, and you just like to cause trouble. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Oh, no, there's no call for hostility. You're in one mince words, huh? General, the man I'm here to kill.
How dare you? Even thinking about killing the chairman of the Halcyon board is a felony. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself.
I'm not waiting around for anything. This colony needs saving right now. Oh, of course. How long until you're done? A felony? I've made a terrible mistake. Please don't arrest me.
Is that what you think you're doing? This path of wanton societal disruption? You call that being a savior? I call it sabotage. You know what saboteurs get, Captain? Summary executions.
Sure.
In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
I'm sure we can talk about this, Rockwell. Let's work something out. I'll be there before you know it. I can't wait to get in there and kill you. This is going to be a highlight of my year.
Absolutely not. Akande was always the sociable one, not me. Need I repeat the magic 2 words?
Fine, I'll be there before you know it. Well then, I'm on my way. Prepare your head for bashing. Watch this motherfucking like thing that's gonna come out, try and kick my ass, and I'm probably badly equipped as well. Oh shit. Oh, they're all gonna die. Thank you. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Alright. So I'm probably going to be in need, massive need, of some repairs. Thank you. Where do I go from here? Alright.
See Halcyon.
Hey, you turned into goo.
Get me out of here!
Alright.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you kidding? The board never stood a chance against me. You know I wouldn't let anything happen to you, Phineas. Do you have any idea how much trouble I went through to save you?
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. We'd best get started.
Yes, you're right. The road is long, and we haven't a moment to waste. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Somebody has to run this colony. I'm the only competent person left. You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists. I'm going to do what I've always done, whatever I want, all the time. Dumb. Huh? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about some ice cream. Sure.
I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
Lifetime employment program ruined. Chaos on Tartarus leaves board in disarray. Anarchists destroy our utopian future. The OSI teaches...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered Sublight Salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The Sublight family would thrive for years to come. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed another game in the Corporate Gamer broadcast history. We have finished The Outer Worlds. Short end of it, I loved it. It's literally a game that's written for my wheelhouse. Really, really good. I'm really excited. I'm really happy that I played this game. Probably took me a little bit longer than anticipated, but it took me about 45-50 hours to finish the game. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's a pretty substantial campaign. Yeah. I could actually write my review now. Well, that's it. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have just finished The Outer Worlds. In general, it was a great game, great looking game. The graphics had a bit of flaws, but that was fine. Love the voice acting, love the characters in the game. Some of them were a little bit more, the more you spend time with them, the more you discovered them, the more you kind of fell in love with them. At least for me anyways. The ones I didn't spend too much time with, I didn't really have a connection to it, but then again, I didn't have a connection to it, so... too bad I had to wait till the end for the mechanical machine to actually be discovered and part of my team. But so I didn't really have a chance to discover him very much. But in general, I'm very favorable to this game. I would recommend this to anybody that's a somebody that likes Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, likes the more streamlined game. Gameplay and story, they would probably like this a lot. There's a lot. There can be a lot of connections between this and Fallout, to be honest. And I'm not sure if Bethesda at one point is going to sue them, because there's enough there. There's enough meat on the bone. I know it's from the creators of the original Fallout, and Obsidian is obviously known for Fallout New Vegas. But there's a lot of connections between both. You know, there's just a lot of things that the character, the things may not be the same one-for-one likeness, but you can see that it's something that can easily be interpreted, right? Like, for example, those robotic medical bots that were shooting lasers. You can easily put that as an iBot in Fallout. The VAT system is kind of copied here in a way. The weapons upgrade is very similar. I'm not saying that Fallout is the first one to do it, but it's a very similar type of play. So, with all that saying, I think it's a really good game. I like the story. The story is very noble. I like the fact that the game is encouraging at the end. Like, everybody is kind of into it, and they're all into it, and I really, really like that. So yeah, now that I have actually finished the game, I could sit down, write the review for The Outer Worlds, and go on to my next adventure, which I don't know what it will be yet. I'm debating if it's going to be Deus Ex or something else, but I'm hoping to play something soon. I just have to determine what I will be playing. So we'll see, and we'll take that when it comes. Next time that I will be streaming will probably be Sunday night for my Retro Night in Canada. I either going to be streaming Doom or something along those lines, or something not necessarily retro, but retro lookalike. Like a retro feeling game. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know closer to that time. Alright guys, have an awesome day, have an awesome night, have an awesome weekend. Thank you to whoever passed by on the stream and that listened to my podcast earlier tonight, and whoever passed by here or there lurking on the stream. Angry Gorilla, Psychosis, Coin Op, the usual. Thank you so much for passing by, and I shall see you next time. Alright guys, have a good one.